And the home team, Speedway Spark Plugs. As usual, I'm joined here before the game with Coach Charles Bennett. Coach, it's been a while. I'm looking on the schedule here. We haven't been home since November 21st. It was a tough loss against Covenant Christian. But let's briefly talk about the three games that we've had since then, which resulted in a couple of wins and a loss at Monrovia. So let's go back to the Beech Grove game, if you would.
I'll give a lot of credit to our kids. It was a tough loss, going into Thanksgiving, but came back. We had a great week of practice. Went on the road to Beech Grove, 5-time defending sectional champion. Finished second in the conference last year and won the conference several years in a row. Went in there and our kids just battled and got to the fourth quarter, and we were just that night the tougher team. I think it was fun to watch our kids, and just played hard and got a good conference win, and went 1-0 in the conference, and good results after a good week of practice. Mm-hmm. Then we had to play a double weekend night, so we came back and went to North Montgomery on Saturday afternoon. Played hard again. Unfortunately, we took 27 threes, which I know sounds like a lot, but they played a box and one on us, kind of tried to take away Cam Reich, and we ended up 6 of 27. Good shots. Drew Metallic and Devin Robinson, Cam Bennett just missed a few, but still a 2-point game, even though it ended up being 10. We had the foul. 2-point game with 3.5 minutes to go. So that was a tough loss for us. But then our kids responded again, 4 days of practice, which is tough to do sometimes for high school kids, but we did it. Went on the road at Monrovia, got a good conference win there too against a good team that is much improved. They got 2 good guards, and just to go on the road in a good atmosphere. Actually led by 11 at one point in the second half, but then they cut it to 2. But then we got a big stop. Landon Short got a big steal down the stretch, and Drew Metallic was 8 of 10 from the free throw line. So it was a great team win. So that's where we stand, 2-2. I will say this: I know after the first game we probably talked about how many turnovers we had. We had 21. So we worked it to 14 at Beech Grove, 12 at North Montgomery, and then 9 against Monrovia. So our kids have done a good job of valuing the basketball, if you will, and we'll need to do that tonight to have a good shot. But real proud of our kids and the way they've responded, especially on those long stretches of practice. So.
Mm-hmm. Looks like your kids, and I've only seen the one game against Covenant Christian early in the year, but it looks like a lot of excitement, some juice, so to speak, on your team this year.
I would say they're very close. You can tell in practices they're pushing each other just the right amount. They have fun when they're together. Getting in the locker room, I mean, you can't, unless you've experienced something like that, but they're joking. Like the other night we had our Little League tournament, and those guys were in there talking about how their teams reflect the coaches and making fun of each other. And so they enjoy each other, off the court, but then on the court they've done a good job working, pushing each other each day, because, you get tired of going against the same guys. Mm-hmm. But they realize on Friday and Saturday nights, or whenever we play, that we're together, and they feel like if they play hard and do things correctly, that it could be a special year for us.
Good. Well, you got a Greenwood team coming in tonight. We talked several times earlier in the year about when you have a coach that's in the first year, sometimes it takes a while to develop their team. They come in 0-6, but I'm looking at their schedule. They've gotten beat by Center Grove, Martinsville, Franklin, Columbus North, Shelbyville. Some of those were very, very close games. Even though it's a new coach, it looks like it's kind of a typical Greenwood team, not a lot of height, but they're going to be very competitive. And these are the kind of games that, as when I was coaching, is like the wounded animal, the wounded bear.
Right.
These are ones you really got to be careful of. This will be a very difficult game. Tell us a little bit about the Woodmen.
Well, what I think people don't realize is obviously Center Grove, very good team. Shelbyville's 4-1. Purdue Poly's 6-0. They're undefeated. Columbus North, we went to watch that game. I think they're around 500, but again, a 4A school, and Franklin has a Division I player that's just signed. So, their competition's been phenomenal. And what they do is they just do them. I mean, you're going to see a pattern offense, the hard cuts. They get up and guard man-to-man, and they do enough to stay around. Even if I've seen Columbus North and Shelbyville were both up by double-digit points and ended up being a 4-point game. They just grind back. So it's going to be a battle tonight. They're a lot like us. They're not real deep. We only play 7 guys. I love our 7 guys, but their bench has kind of suffered a little bit with some injuries. But they have a kid named Jake Mosman, who I think was number 4 when we scouted. He said 24 tonight. He's their player. He's the guy that can shoot it and does it all for them. But their guards are really good. Number 12, John Olakato. I don't know what number he'll be tonight, but he can flat out shoot it. Like, we can't let him stand still and shoot it. And then their two guards, Ethan King and Isaac O'Neal, are just really good guards. They're inside player. 23, when you look at him, it's like, but he can jump. And, I mean, so it's going to be, I mean, every matchup we have is going to be a battle. I mean, it's going to be a fun night. And our kids, like you said earlier, we haven't been home since November. Our kids are very excited to play at home. They're very excited to be in front of their fans. We have 2 third and fourth grade teams playing tonight, so we look to have a good crowd. But our kids are pumped up to play and then take on the challenge of playing a bigger school. And I think they're smart enough to know that they've watched enough film that, they haven't won, but that's not the true indication of what this Greenwood team is. And Coach Whitty obviously has had success wherever he's been. He's Edinburgh before this, and he's got a great assistant on the bench, Coach Keck, who has been at Perry Meridian, various places. And so they know there's, I mean, it's going to be fun. I mean, it's going to be one where you probably shouldn't sit at home and watch it. You should come and watch in person, because just to appreciate how hard both teams are going to play.
Sure, we've had a lot of games over the years. I think there was a couple of years that we didn't have Greenwood on the schedule. But as I look back through the years, I think going back to like 1990, I lost it here somewhere, I'll find it. But we've had a lot of really good games with Greenwood. Of course, that was an old mid-state rivalry.
Yes,
so
yes.
We're looking forward to a good game tonight, and we will talk to you after the game.
I'll be up. Thank you.
All right, we'll be back in a little bit with the lineups to tonight's game.
Thanks, Ronald James.
Welcome back to Pollard Gymnasium for tonight's game between the Speedway Spark Plugs and our visitors, the Greenwood Woodmen. I'm here once again with Coach Shane Clampett. Coach, we got I would call a wounded animal coming in to Pollard Gymnasium tonight. Greenwood comes in with a record of 0-6. And talk a little bit about the attitude that our guys have to have playing against a bigger school and not looking at the 0-6 record.
Oh, I think it's going to be an uphill battle tonight. 4A school, mid-state school, an old mid-state rivalry back when we played. They're going to be physical. They're going to be patient. Our kids really just need to execute and do what we do and have a lot of energy and feed off the crowd and hopefully get on them early and not let them hang around and build the confidence. I think that would be a big thing Coach Bennett be talking about early tonight.
I'm with you on everything that you just said. Just real quickly, the lineups for tonight's game. We'll start with Speedway going with their normal lineup tonight. 3-guard lineup, Drew Metallic, 6'3", sophomore, number 3, averaging 12.5 a game. Devin Robinson, a 5'10", senior, number 32, and Cam Wright, number 55, a 6'1", senior, will be playing on the perimeter. Camden Bennett, a 6'3", junior, and Landon Short, a 6'4", senior, number 24, will be the inside people. Greenwood going with a very similar lineup. 3 guards, Ethan King, a 5'10", junior, number 3. Isaac O'Neal, a 6-foot junior, number 11. And John Olakato, a 6-foot senior, number 12. Inside players for the Greenwood Woodmen, Jake Mosman, a 6'3", senior, averaging 10.5. He's their leading scorer. Jake's number is 24. And rounding out the lineup for the Woodmen will be Jude Thompson, a 6'2", senior, averaging 5.5 rebounds a game. The leading rebounder, Jude's number is number 23. We'll go to the PA announcer right now for the lineups.
Restrooms are located on the second level of the gym, in the hallway behind the American flag, and on the lower level in the hallway by the door 13 entrance. Speedway High School is proud to have select physical therapy as a sports medicine provider. The athletic department would like to thank team physician Dr. Tony Chick and athletic trainer Katie Keller for their efforts to keep our athletes free from injury. In the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask all fans to act responsibly and courteously to those around them. Abusive language, negative behavior is unacceptable at all high-age SAA events. Let's support the players, coaches, and officials the respect they deserve. Thank you for being a good sport. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please rise and take the flag as we honor our country with the playing of the national anthem performed this evening by the Speedway Pep Band.
Sparkplugs coached by Charles Bennett, and the Greenwood Woodmen in his first season with the Woodmen, Keith Whitty. Keith was a coach at, by the way, if you recognize that last name, he is a nephew of Steve Whitty, who was 2 state champions at Ben Davis, so the bloodline is good.
One of those years they barely beat us in sectionals before they went to the state championship. Yes. We had them down 6-4.
I think we hit a 3-pointer like right off.
We did. I did.
Okay, there you go. We had some games with them that weren't real close, but we had some closer games with them too.
Yeah. Whitty was the IBCA president for a long time.
Oh, yeah. Keith Whitty, when he was coach at Edinburgh for 6 years, won 2 sectionals. And as a matter of fact, in 2022, the record was 22-4, and he had the Edinburgh Lancers as #1 in the state in single A basketball. The Woodmen losses this year: Center Grove, Martinsville, Franklin, Columbus North, Shelbyville, and Purdue Poly Englewood, I believe, is in our sectional. I'm not sure on that, would have to look. But a lot of close games, and I know they're hungry for a victory, so this will be a tough challenge for the Sparkplugs tonight.
I expect a real physical game. We're pretty physical for us. and you know they're going to play a physical brand of basketball. Greenwood with the tip. Scouting report says they're really patient moving the ball, not a lot of dribbling. We're seeing that early. Greenwood moving the ball around side to side, a lot of cuts. Another missed three, good rebound.
I think the Woodmen had 3 dribbles on that possession that lasted 30 seconds.
When I talked to Coach Bennett this week, he said they don't dribble much. They're really efficient. They move the ball around a lot, really patient. Camden Bennett with a drive. Greenwood pushes here. Misses a reverse layup. Pull-up jump shot by Cam Wright with a miss.
Cam Wright averaging 24.8 points a game through the first 4 for the Sparkplugs.
And played even better at home.
Yeah.
Drive, reverse layup, good. Mosman, their leading scorer, with a nice baseline drive for the Woodmen. Devin Robinson off a couple ball screens. Back to Cam Wright. Wright swinging it to Landon. Baseline drive by Landon, good finish. Short with 2. Plugs are in man-to-man. Just missed by Olekund. Cam Wright working off the ball screen here. Metallic loses the ball off his leg. Greenwood ball. You know, I think Drew's a little bigger than 6'3". I have him in class. He keeps growing. I wouldn't be surprised he's 6'4", 6'5" now.
I looked online today at Max Preps for our lineup, and it said 6'3", and I thought the same thing as you just said.
He is a big kid. Landon short with the drive, jump stop, block shot. And I don't think he's done growing.
Well, his brother ended up being probably 6'6", I would imagine.
6'5", 6'6", yeah. Plugs out of bounds. Cam Wright takes it out. A little screen-the-screener action. Excellent out-of-bounds underplay. Good screen by Landon Short.
Lack of communication on the part of the Greenwood Woodmen, something that would drive the coach nuts.
Yeah, getting scored out on out-of-bounds unders. Really frustrating.
That wide open.
Yeah. Greenwood patient. Mosman. Back to King. King moving the ball around. Mosman with the drive. Reverse layup. 4 for him. He may be the one guy we got to make sure we stay down on. And
according to the scouting report, you're exactly right. Both of the Greenwood made field goals so far both come from layups.
Cam Wright with a pull-up 3. He can create his own shot. He does a good job with that.
You know, Cam is I've only seen him play once. I've seen him practice a little bit, but seems to be a 3-level scorer. He'll shoot from 3-point range. He'll take a 15-foot jump shot, and he'll take it to the basket due to his physicality.
Yeah, he's a strong guard. He does a little bit of everything. He's a good scorer, very good scorer. Got the foul called on him there. Ethan King shooting 2.
On a season, he's shooting 40% from the 3-point line, 71% free throws.
King makes both of them. 7-6 Plugs. Sideline break by the Plugs. Metallic looking to drive it in. Little jump hook. Good move. Greenwood back into their 4-out offense. King with 3, misses. Cam Wright, 15-footer, good.
Coach mentioned, I think it was against North Montgomery, I can't remember, but played a box and 1 guarding Cam Wright, and he's going to see some different things. A lot of teams are going to be paying attention to him if he keeps scoring the way he is.
Yeah, he's going to see some junk defenses. Yeah. Gets a foul there. He's going to shoot 2. Makes the first one. Jazz Coleman enters the game for Camden Bennett. Reich makes both of them. Plugs with a little 2-2-1 press here after the made free throw. Greenwood patient. Looks like the Plugs are, they're a man. I thought maybe Coach Bennett was playing a little zone there.
Kind of looked at it.
Yeah.
I saw Cam Wright follow his man through, and it was kind of a giveaway.
Another missed 3 by King. Cam Wright with the rebound, push ahead. Short with the drive and the layup. And the foul.
Coach Woody at Greenwood replaced Joe Bradburn, who went after 6 seasons. Now the head coach at Mount Vernon in Fortville. I'm going to give you a trivia question here, Shane, so we'll give you a little time to think about it if you need it. According to what I looked at, I said earlier, I think the last 30 years, Greenwood's won 19, we've won 9. 2002, Speedway won the state, and I believe this was one of the losses that season. Greenwood had a player that year, very good player that year, who ended up playing college football and ended up playing with the Colts. So it's your, we're going to give you some time here. This is the Affleck.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a very good player for the Woodmen and ended up playing not a lot with the Colts, but was on the Colts roster and did play for them. So just think about it. It was 2002.
2002. All the fans out there, you can type it in the YouTube
there you go.
Side chat if you got it. I'll go back and look, see who had it before I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good player.
I should know this.
Now, boy, I hope that's right. I hate trivia questions where you don't know the answer.
I don't know this one.
Let's go back to the game here because I got a feeling I'm wrong.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to check on my phone.
Okay.
I do know they had a player who played for the Colts.
Okay.
Whether it was at 2002, I don't think it was. Let's do it that way.
Plugs are in the zone.
Trying to play. It looks like a little matchup.
You have to if you're a Speedway.
Yeah.
Baseline guy rotates a little slow, but he misses the 3. Devin Robinson gets the loose ball, pushes it up to Camden Bennett. He'll settle in here and run a little set. Drew Metallic for 3. Back rims it. Foul on Jazz Coleman. Speedway really needs to finish this quarter strong. And we talked about having a good lead, a team that's lost some games. You don't want to give them any hope.
No.
Big minute 20 here.
It is. We've had a really good 7 minutes.
Yes, we have.
And it is one of my...
Sam Thompson off the bench with a baseline jumper.
It is one of my pet peeves, how you finish quarters, and that you don't take shots with 10 seconds, 12 seconds. Now, we're a little bit early yet. It's still 54 seconds to go to the end of the quarter.
Plugs out of bounds under again. They've done a good job executing so far. Metallic. Coming off the ball screen here. Turnover. King with a fast break. He's left-handed. That layup. Plugs with 30 seconds here. Up 16-10. Metallic fouled.
Woodmen foul, number 30, Nate Thompson.
22 seconds to go till the end of the first quarter. Speedway in possession.
Metallic looking to get ball out to Devin Robinson.
Coach Bennett called a special there.
Devin Robinson turns it over.
Checking in for Woodmen, number 10, June Thompson.
Greenwood with the ball, 8 seconds left. Speedway in a little full court man-to-man. King bring the ball up. Back to drive, gets fouled. Mosman will shoot 2.
Did a nice job of taking ball to the basket rather than settling for a perimeter shot.
Nope, not shooting 2. I thought they gave it to him on the shot.
I did too.
Out of bounds under Greenwood. King with the ball. Back to Mosman. 3, short.
And at the end of the first quarter, Speedway with a good first quarter played leads Greenwood 16-10. You mentioned the fact that this is an old mid-state rival. I know I've said it a couple times this year, but presently mid-state, very good conference. Greenwood, Plainfield, Franklin, Whiteland, Decatur Central, Martinsville, Mooresville, and Perry Meridian. I believe, Shane, when you coached probably the teams that weren't in it, Perry Meridian was not, Martinsville was not, Decatur Central was not.
No. Decatur Central was in the old mid-state, right? And then they were out, and then they got back in. Yeah.
Avon was when you played. Beech Grove was when you played as well. Yeah, I'm going to go back, Shane, and rephrase my question, although the major part of the question was correct. This is a Greenwood Woodman that graduated, I believe, in 2006 or 7. I believe it was 2006.
Oh.
So I had my year wrong. But they did win the sectional in 2002, but he was not part of that sectional winning team.
He was a linebacker, wasn't
Yes,
he?
he was. AJ Eads.
Yep.
Played at University of Iowa, got drafted, I believe, by the Dolphins.
Yep.
So,
yep. I was getting there eventually.
Yeah. Well, I apologize for the mix-up on the question, which I hate when I have wrong questions.
Next time, we'll just give out your phone number and they can text you the right answers.
That'd be okay. As long as that's all they were doing.
Drew Metallic gets to the line. Vitalik with the first.
Drew's shooting from the season up to that point 76%, so those 2 free throws would increase his percentage.
He's got a nice shot.
Yes.
King bringing the ball up, moving the ball around a little bit.
The start of this offense is an old offense called the shuffle offense.
Yep.
The first cut off the
good hands by Reich. Steal to Devin. Go all the way, Devin. Good move. Good move.
Good drive. Good drive.
Good left hand. Good finish. Plugs up 10.
Biggest
7
lead
minutes.
of the night. Biggest lead of the night.
Good. I think Speedway just needs to stay sound defensively, not let any cutters. Three-pointer by Greenwood. Good. Short with 2 more. Greenwood, if we can stay scoring, they're going to have trouble.
Yes.
They look have a little trouble scoring the basketball, creating. They're going to stay sound defensively here, Plugs.
We talked earlier, Greenwood averaging 44.3. But again, that's against pretty stiff competition. Another good steal.
Yep, good finish.
Steals are not always the indication of good defense, but boy, they surely have helped here in the last 4 or 5 possessions for the Spark Plugs. Got a couple of easy baskets.
Yeah, Plugs are playing well, really
Yes,
well.
Yes. Coach Bennett said before the game how excited they were to get back to the home court. We had one home game this year. It was November 21st against Covenant Christian. And he also mentioned the Plugs are 2-0 in the conference. Our next conference game will be December 28th at Cardinal Ritter. And the Plugs will probably mention it again, but do have one more home game before Christmas. It's 1 week from tonight with Crawfordsville.
Plugs, full court man-to-man. Greenwood bringing the ball up, back into their, it is very much a shuffle cut offense, isn't it?
Okay, mentioned before the game, or it might have been off of the air, but Greenwood's averaging around 20 fouls a game through 6 games on the season. Tonight, both teams have 1, and we're almost halfway through the second. Well, I'll tell you, in this quarter, it's 1.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to remember that, yeah.
But 20 free throws, or excuse me, 20 fouls in a game is. I tried to find how many free throws the opposing teams have shot, but I was not able to come up with that stat.
Greenwood moving the ball around again. Very patient. Seem to get a little overloaded on one side a little bit sometimes. They're trying to rebalance. Mosman, King out top. Back to King.
And this would be the style of play, at least this year, that they would need to compete with the larger schools on their schedule.
Yeah.
You're not going to outscore some of the teams that they have played and that will be playing.
Legal screen on the Woodmen there. Good job by Devin Robinson. Into Landon short at the high post. Landon drives, gets the shot block. Good move though.
I think our physical play has bothered Greenwood.
We're a bigger team than we've been in the last few years.
Yes.
You know, this five right here, and then with Coleman, they're all strong. They're all good-looking, strong kids. They all do a little bit of dribbling, shooting. Cam Reich with three. There's the shooting part.
Yep. Halfway through the second quarter, Sparkplugs lead 27-13. Greenwood's going to have to come up with something here to stop the bleeding.
Yep. Greenwood having a lot of trouble creating much offensively.
Yeah. And you mentioned it earlier, but everything up until that point seemed to be going to the right side of the floor.
Yeah. Olekant with the three. Drew Metallic with a pull-up jumper. Misses. King with the rebound, pushing the ball up the floor. Pass into
nice reverse layup.
number 11. Isaac O'Neal with the layup. Greenwood's cut it to 9. Cam Reich with three. Good. And a foul.
Cam definitely is there are scorers and then there are players that are shooters and scorers, and he's both.
Yeah. He came off that double screen and he had one thing in his mind, and he gets good lift even at that at that coming off screen. He does a nice job.
I saw a step back shot that he made against Monrovia, which not really is one of my favorites for high school players, because they usually don't practice as, I think, at a lower percentage, but it did go in.
You know, he gets better lift than a lot of kids when he does that. But he's a big kid. He's strong.
Yep.
Three miss. Jazz Coleman with the rebound. Plugs looking to extend the lead up 31-18. Cam Wright into Landon short on the wing. Plugs patiently looking to move the ball. Landon short looking to drive. Back to Cam Wright.
There's your step back.
Yep, short there again.
Yep.
Didn't get enough leg.
And you're right, he does, but those are still difficult shots. Wow.
I'm with you, Coach. I am not a fan of it, but I'm getting old too. And
yeah. Well, it's just, you know what we watch on TV, and the professionals. I read last week where Steph Curry in the summers makes 500 three-pointers a day. Makes. And so a lot of time and effort goes into those shots that you see the professionals making.
And they are unbelievably athletic.
Yes.
They're the best of the best of the best.
Yep.
Unbelievably how good those guys and athletic and big they are.
I think it's debatable, but I would consider professional basketball players as a group the best athletes in the world.
I don't think there's any doubt.
In terms of not just how big they are, how quick they are, but their skill levels.
I don't think there's any doubt. Isaac O'Neal misses both of them. Plugs with the ball.
Nice pass.
Tipped out of bounds by Greenwood. Plugs ball.
Well, you mentioned at the end of the first quarter. I'll mention it here, but Plugs are up 13, 31-18. Minute 43 to go. Be really good to finish on a good note here.
Came to Bennett for three, misses. Didn't get matched.
Got behind us. Yep, and one.
O'Neal with the bucket and the foul. Makes that one. Plugs up 10, minute 30 left. Greenwood's in a zone here, went to a 2-3 zone. Not a bad decision by those guys. Force us to, turnover and then to another turnover.
Not at all, because we've been in a real good rhythm tonight offensively.
Turnover.
Yeah.
A little careless with the ball there by Cam Wright. Another three by O'Neal.
And just like that, a 14-point lead goes down to 7.
Yep. Back to the 2-3 for Greenwood. Got us slowing down a little bit. Turnover. Good pass. Good finish by Mosman. They're extending this 2-3 zone out a little bit. Gets a hand check call.
Still not in the, I was going to say bonus, still not in the 2-shot fouls yet. One more foul will, only 7.5 seconds to go remaining here in the first half.
Greenwood staying in the 2-3 zone. Ball goes back to Cam Reich with 7. He's got to get the ball up and try to get in the lane, kick it. Nope. Shoots the 3, forces it, misses it.
All right, it's the end of the first half of play. Speedway 31, Greenwood 26. We'll be back in a little bit with the halftime scoring and some comments on the first half of play. Welcome back to Pollard Gymnasium, where tonight, at the end of the first half of play, Speedway leads Greenwood 31-26. Spark Plugs really had complete control of the first half. The largest lead, I believe, was 14 points. Coach, what are your comments on the first half of play?
I thought we played really well for about 15, 14 minutes. Last couple minutes they went to a 2-3 zone, got us a little discombobulated. We were a little unsure where to attack it and got a little passive, and they got a few steals and turned those into a couple buckets right before halftime. But I think the Plugs are in great shape. I think defensively we can do a really good job of stopping them, and then we'll get good shots. I'm sure Coach Bennett talked about how to attack that zone in the second half. I wouldn't be shocked if Greenwood goes back to it pretty early.
I would agree. I think this is the kind of game, and I know I've mentioned it several times. I don't want to keep mentioning it over and over, but I guess I am. This is just, you don't want to be in a close game at the end of the game.
No.
Against a team like this who's really, really hungry for a win. As you said, I thought we dominated at 16 minutes. We probably dominated. We won probably 13, 14 minutes of that. But we let that 14-point lead slip down to 5, and now the Woodmen are back in it. But as you said several times, defensively, we've done a really good job tonight. We just need to take care of the basketball. The only reason this game got closer here at the end of the half was the 3 turnovers in the last minute and a half of play.
Yeah, I would say we definitely have more offensive firepower than they do. If we can limit our turnovers, play sound defensively, we should be in great shape second half, and hopefully the Plugs can come away with a win here on the home court. Be a good night for that.
Yep.
So good time at halftime watching our 3rd and 4th graders run around. One of the best things in Speedway, and I'm telling you, I loved it when I was a kid and I had coaches coach me. I loved it when I was a high school kid and I coached 3rd and 4th graders. I loved it when I was with a part of the basketball program, and we held that. I think it's just a super neat thing that Speedway does.
It's a great tradition. It's been going on for years.
Do you know who started that, Coach? Steal, layup, Greenwood.
It was here before I got here. We continued it, so Coach Tom Smith did it, and I don't know if Mr. Pollard did it before him or not.
Really cool thing.
Yeah. Well, right now we got a game.
Yep, Greenwood's back in the 2-3 zone, another turnover.
Plugs were ahead with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter at the end of the first half, 31-18. And the Woodmen here have scored 10 in a row at the end of the half and here at the start of the second half. And a lot of that, as you just said, all of it basically has been turnovers.
They're not playing your pack it in 2-3. It's really aggressive. Mm-hmm. They're out on the perimeter, and I think that's giving us a little trouble right now. Greenwood being patient again in their 4-out offense.
I think it came up one night earlier. It's a nice little given.
Yep.
This 3, but a good shot from the top of the key. Referring to IU's game earlier this year against Louisville, where IU played man-to-man for 35 minutes and found themselves behind and went to a zone in the last 5 minutes of the game and actually won going away. So just a change of pace, changing the way teams have to set up.
Yep. Missed shot by Metallic, rebound, and then Greenwood fumbled his back out of bounds, so the Plugs are going to get another shot. Timeout, Coach Ben. I think he wants to settle us down and get us attacking this zone a little better.
Well, sometimes when you hit a lot of threes, you kind of fall in love with it. I'm not saying we've hit a lot of them, but we've settled. I'll use the word we've settled here in the last 4 or 5 minutes of play for shots that maybe an extra pass or two can get us inside the lane. We talked a couple of times. We are actually a physical team inside. Landon Short, Cam Wright, both physical players. Metallic and Bennett, both 6'3", 6'4". I think we can get the ball inside a little bit more than what we have.
Yeah, I think so too.
Wow, we almost did it again.
Almost got the exact same play again.
And that's a philosophy that coaches have. Somebody might say, why don't they go in zone? They are going zone now. But sometimes coaches do the same thing over and over, and just their style of play.
Yeah. Cam Wright with 3, misses another one. Good rebound. Greenwood coming up down 3. King bringing the ball up the floor.
You said it was a good shot. I think we have to settle less and try to get the ball inside a little bit more.
Yeah. 3 by Greenwood, miss. Long rebound comes out. Yeah, zone will make that do that to you.
Yeah.
You'll fall in love with it.
Yep.
Greenwood patient again. Turnover, Greenwood.
Screener was ready to set the screen, but was not looking for the pass.
Yeah. Greenwood staying in the 2-3, really extending it all the way out to the volleyball line, trapping a little bit on the wings. Travel,
yeah.
Good call.
You know, I hate to say deja vu here, but I'm going to have to. A couple weeks ago, the girls had Greenwood on this home court and was up by 7 points at the end of the first half. Greenwood went on an 18-0 run at the end of the first half into the second half to take the lead.
End up winning the game,
End up winning the game, yeah.
Drive blocked by Metallic.
Good block.
Yeah, girls play here tomorrow.
Yep.
Santa Claus will be here. It'll be a big day.
We got a lot going on, playing to welcome the Southport Lady Cardinals into Pollard Gymnasium.
Good drive, hand check by Devin.
Right now, I think the tempo of the game right now favors Greenwood. I think this is kind of the style that they like. When you're down 13-14, it's hard to continue. But we've made them play. They have made us play defense, and we've gone down and turned the ball over several times, which has contributed to this 10-0 run. And Woodman's got a chance now to make it a 12-0 run.
Yep, King shooting 2. Well executed out of bounds play by Greenwood that time. Caught Cam Wright on the screen, and he was trailing. King makes the first one, missed the second. Offensive rebound. Oh, Plugs get it back.
31-29. Speedway still hanging on to the lead. They haven't scored in 7 minutes.
Yeah, that 2-3 zone's really extended, giving us a lot of trouble. Out of bounds under for the Plugs.
Oh, yeah.
Camden Bennett inside, misses, gets the shot blocked, actually.
Yeah.
Drive, foul. Mosman will go back to the line. Coach Probst, you're right. This has got a really kind of slow, ugly kind of feel to it, where it had a good flow in the first half for the Plugs. Mosman makes the first one.
Mosman on the year shooting 70% from the line, and again, did not go up, but
misses that one. 3 for 4, so right on pace. 9 points, almost at his average. Short corner, good job. Landon Short.
Right there.
Good job by Devin Robinson attacking the gap, finding Landon Short. Good finish by Short. King thought about it. He's not shot the ball well. Probably, I don't know how great of a shooter he is on the season. King. Greenwood really patient here. I know this is what they like to do.
King from the three-point line.
Good defense by the Plugs.
1 for 9 on the year, 11%. So not 6 games, not used to taking a lot of three-pointers.
Yeah, and he's missed a couple tonight.
And from two-point area, shooting 40%. So your take was exactly right.
Plugs with the ball. .33-30. Cam right out top. Camden Bennett at the high post, turnover.
Got the ball where we want it to.
Yep, got to be stronger. 3, good. Mosman up, doesn't get the rebound. Call that foul on Cam Wright.
Cam, I think you can be disappointed, which I would be too, because I think that was a questionable call, but I don't think you're going to change their mind.
They never do, unfortunately.
No, they don't.
Now he's going to get another call fighting through the screen.
Cam has really helped our team with his offense, and he's an emotional player, plays very hard, cares a lot about winning. But these are the times that you've got to easily said than done. In the heat of competition, hey, we've all been there.
Yes, we have.
But it's something that you got to get better at. You don't want to lose that fire. You do not want to lose that determination and that what you give to us.
Yeah, and I coached Cam in football this year. Got to know him a little better. He cares a ton.
Yes.
He doesn't show it always in the right ways, like a lot of teenage boys that are learning these things. And athletics helps him with that.
Yes.
He's a great kid.
Yes.
His teammates love him. I know the coaching staff, we really enjoyed having him. He never played football before, played for us. We really enjoyed him. I enjoy him in the hallways. I think it comes from a good place, but you're right. He's got to learn how to move on, next play mentality.
Again, easier said than done.
Well, I was easy with that when.
Oh yeah. You're right there.
Yeah, I handle things real calmly all the time. I still do as a coach. I'm sure all the officials on Friday nights will tell you how calm I am. But I do think that's a great part about athletics. I do think it's a great thing because it helps you learn how to control yourself, helps you learn how to play with emotion but not be emotional. And there's a lot of those things that I know that I learned from you and having to learn the hard way a couple times when I didn't shut up and got it technical and had to sit down.
I think I had a conversation with Alex Delisle as a senior basketball player for the last game, and I've always thought that education-based athletics, where you want to get in life is that end of the building, the academic part. But once you get to where you want to be, all the lessons you've learned in athletics is what helps you get through the tough days and the tough times.
So valuable.
Yeah.
So valuable. Everybody.
And people don't all understand that. They look at the board and.
No, and that's the rewarding thing. You as a coach know that, and I know that. I know the things I learned from you and Coach Pelly, and the lessons that I learned helped me become a better man as I got older. And I know kids have come back to me and said same thing. Kids I've coached. And the Plugs are right here. We still got a great game here.
Yep.
Great opportunity to get a win here.
Greenwood missed some golden opportunities here to take the lead on free throws, but all that said, Speedway needs to get back on the
back on board. We're moving.
Yes.
Plugs up one. King back with the ball. Jazz Coleman guarding Plugs man-to-man. Landon goes for a steal, misses. Layup. Greenwood's first lead of the game, I believe.
Yep.
I think that's a delay of game on Woodmen. They've done that a couple times.
Plugs here been outscored 16-2 at the end of the first half. Going here, and once again, this game turned on a dime when Greenwood went to the zone.
Yes, it did. Really?
That post area is open. We just need to be patient.
Devin with the drive, put back, misses.
It.
Greenwood saves it. Woodman pushing the ball. King drives, layup. Plugs down 3.
That's an area somebody's got to stop the ball there. That was the full length of the court dribble. Straight line dribble, more commonly known.
Yeah. And he's left-handed, got to his left hand.
Yeah.
And we need to maybe try to push the ball, beat the zone before it gets set up. Metallic did a pretty good job that last possession.
There again, a high post, whoever is in there, and we switch back and forth, really needs to work and get their hands up. Because short corner and high post is where we're going to beat this zone.
Yeah, I think their wing pressure is what I think we're in the right spots. Their wing pressure is not letting our wings see them when they're open.
Right.
They're good. Jazz gets the ball inside. Good inside out. Short corner to Camden. Better by the Spark Plugs. As a coach, Coach Probst, was it easier to coach zone offense or man-to-man offense for you?
Probably man-to-man offense.
I always thought the same thing.
Both offenses look a lot better when the ball goes through the basket.
I thought zone offense was one of the hardest things to coach.
And I think a lot of coaches would tell you that as well.
And I'm talking about,
First of all, you don't see it as often for the most part. That's good.
Greenwood
right there.
with a big turnover.
There's a book, Shane, it's called Stuff That Good Players Know. And if you ever get a chance as viewers to purchase this book, it's probably loaded with, 100 different things. And one of the things, all little quips, one of the things is always know where you are in the court. Always stay at least 3 to 5 inches away from every line that you should not be crossing. Make that whether you're, anytime you have the ball, know where you're at.
On the floor?
On the floor.
Yeah.
Just know where you're at and always stay 3 to 5 inches. And I know it sounds, who wouldn't think of that, but it's amazing how many times guys will step on the line.
It is and it isn't. Yeah. Plugs in a little zone press here. Foul by Devin Robinson. Puts them on the line, shooting 2. Mosman with 2 more. Be his 8th free throws of this quarter. Wow. Makes the first one. Makes the second one. Plugs down 2. 2 minutes left. Metallic drives. Jazz Coleman inside. Good pass. Oh. Toby Cork. Metallic, 15-footer, back rimmed it. Jazz Coleman, offensive rebound, gets a shot block, gets it again, back out to the short. Baseline drive. Gets fouled the second time. Good job of keep attacking there by the Plugs.
Yes.
Good job by Landon, getting a shot block, going right back at him. Short makes the first free throw.
To play right there where the Greenwood player had one really good chance to take a charge. And after he didn't get that call, then he tried to block the shot on the second time. And
Landon makes both free throws.
Big help.
Plugs
Landon
tied.
struggled this year from the line, and that was 2 big ones.
Yeah. Looks like he's shooting it more with more confidence.
Yep.
Plugs in a zone here. Good job by Metallic.
Good steal.
Gets a foul, and he's shooting 2.
Yeah. Good steal.
Playing the old strong wing in the matchup.
Yeah. Yep. And as we've said many, many, many times, probably all the time, when things aren't going well offensively, you can still keep yourself in the game on the other end of the floor, and that's where you got to turn it around.
Metallic makes the second one. Plugs got the lead back. It's been a wild quarter, but we're back on top. Jazz Coleman, Garden, Plugs are back in their zone defense. Back in their matchup a little bit. Camden Bennett. Coach Probst, I love the matchup defense. We played it a lot, obviously.
Yeah. Our schedule really required us to do that.
Looks like Greenwood's going to, I thought maybe they were just going to hold it for the last shot.
Yeah. And I think this is a good move on their part. You're 1 down. That's the worst you can do.
Bozeman's going to drive. Swings it. Good drive. .3 seconds left.
And I think the only thing you can do here
tip it.
Is tip it in. A regular catch and shoot would not count. So the end of the third quarter, we got a game. Speedway 39 and Greenwood 38.
Yeah, should be a great fourth quarter.
Yeah. Really kind of reluctant to keep bringing it up, but for what we do, we have to do it. Speedway had a 31-18 lead with 3 minutes to go before the end of the first half, and since that time has been outscored 20-8. Greenwood actually had a couple points on the lead. Spark Plugs, as you said, got it back.
Yep, good. Plugs came back. It was good by them. Had a little adversity.
Yep.
Got the lead back, and I think we're going to be in great shape this second half. I think if we could just, again, continue to attack that zone, not settle, I think we're going to be in great shape. I think defensively we'll be fine. Mixed a little zone in there at the end for Coach Bennett, which I thought was, again, a good call.
Oh, yeah.
They were on a run. Should be a great fourth quarter.
Yep.
Nothing better. Band playing, tight ball, basketball game. Indiana, December.
For $6.
For $6, that's right.
Very nice crowd tonight. We got a lot of, I think, some college kids back. We end up our before Christmas schedule next week, a week from tonight against Crawfordsville. So hopefully we'll have some good crowds on that night as well. As you mentioned, the girls play tomorrow morning. The JV plays at noon
Yeah.
Varsity at 1:30.
And Santa's here.
Oh,
They're going to do something with the softball program. And then next Friday we may have something a little special between games, which I'm excited about. And I can't reveal yet, but it should be fun. So.
Oh, wow.
They're going to call a foul on Devin Robinson, aren't they?
Yep.
Devin's a big, strong kid. Sometimes I'm not sure.
I know what you're saying. You don't really know that he does it, or he doesn't know that he does it.
He is. We had a college in today, and we're speaking to him, and we're impressed by his physical stature. And he's not a real tall guy, but he's explosive and got good length, and good long arms, and made me look at him. You see him every day, and you look at him like, yeah, you're right. He is a very athletic kid. King on the wing, Greenwood with the ball. Miss. Good rebound by Metallic. Good decision. Push it. Get a good look here. Attack. Good. Toby. Floater. Misses. That's okay, though. Attack for the zone. Got sat up. Another three.
Of the bomb.
Big one by Olekind. Oh, no. Turnover by Metallic. King. Left-handed layup. It's a nice play by King there. Patient. Plugs down 4. Greenwood staying in the zone. Game to Bennett gets a foul there. Plugs out of bounds under. Metallic swings it to Cork. Cork back to Metallic. Skip to Jazz. Good drive by Jazz, just loses it. Right idea. Plugs are staying in the zone here.
Both teams have found the opposing team's kryptonite here, and the zones on both teams have really changed the course of the game.
Mosman bringing it out. Problem is, I'm not sure Greenwood will really care to shoot much more. I'm not sure they can hold on to it that long, but floater by Greenwood, miss.
Could be over the back, yes.
Yes,
good call.
should be.
Yeah, I don't know what their turnover average is on the season, but you're right. Right now they're up 4 points, 5 minutes and 18 seconds to go. And I don't think they're going to be overly anxious to take shots real quick. Well, that's where you want to beat it. Right there is where you want to beat it.
Yeah, right guy too.
Yeah.
That matters too. Devin, good mid-range shooter. Good job by Devin Robinson. Greenwood pretty content. Pull the ball out here. Plugs. Good job by Toby Cork. Good effort getting back over there.
I don't know how many times this year Greenwood's been in this situation. We mentioned earlier some of their scores. Columbus North beat them by 5 in the low-scoring game, so there's a good chance that
Mosman drives and call block there.
Yep.
I think that's the right call.
Yeah.
Camden was close to taking the charge.
Martinsville beat them by 3. So they've had some games this year where have come down to the last couple minutes, all low-scoring games.
We won a close one against Monrovia last week. Watched online. Plugs played well down the stretch, made some plays. So they've been there too.
Yep.
Bozeman above his average now. Makes them both. Fork in the corner, tries to enter it in. Call a hold there on.
Yep, that was a good call.
Woodmen foul, Thompson. Checking in for Greenwood, number 10, Thompson.
Wow.
Turnover Plugs, King with the layup. Plugs down 6. Under 4 minutes to play. Devin Robinson brings it up.
Can't hurry here. Plenty of time left. I think I'd put Devin Robinson back in the middle like we did on that last possession.
Yeah. Metallic step through. Great rebound. Landed short. Good putback.
Yep.
Nice play by Landon Short. Yeah, it's going to be a dogfight.
47-43, Greenwood leads Speedway with 3 minutes and 27 seconds to go. Looking down the, we're not to the point yet of having to foul anybody, but King on the season shooting 69%. Bozeman 70%. O'Neill, small sample size, 4 for 4, shooting 100%. As again, there's a team shooting 70%, so.
Yeah, I would say we don't want to foul Bozeman for sure. You know, being their leading scorer, he's going to want to have the ball. I don't think we want to foul O'Neill or Olaketo. They've both made some shots tonight.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't get to choose that.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're not in that situation. Hopefully the Plugs are going to pick them up full court here.
We'll see what we do when we get back on the half court. Yeah, looks like we're going back to man-to-man.
Man-to-man, yep.
Which I would think probably Greenwood is more prepared for, although we have to. Really, we're down in the game.
Yeah, I think Greenwood wants to play the same way no matter what. We have to play aggressive without fouling or taking a bad gamble and giving a layup up.
You mentioned it earlier. I do think we can turn the ball over on defense. I really do.
I do too.
Be a little bit. Don't have to be in a hurry.
King gets in the lane, misses the layup, gets his offensive rebound, draws a foul.
Yeah.
O'Neill's going to shoot 2.
Once again, O'Neill on the season up till tonight was 4 for 4. Actually a pretty good shooter from 2-point range on this season. Before tonight, he was 12 for 16.
Yeah, they've ran some sets to him. He's shot the ball. I didn't know his percentages, but you can tell sometimes when a guy looks confident. Official stoppage here, maybe some blood on the uniform. Yep, he's going to have to come out of the game, it looks like. You're going to take a timeout.
Yeah. Okay, that's kind of a.
Katie Keller, our trainer, is going to take care of him.
That really is an unfortunate thing where they're required to take a timeout. I understand why. I don't know the answer to this question. Are you allowed to bring another uniform of a different number and change? I mean, I know changing numbers is a technical foul, but I didn't know what if there was a addendum rule, so to speak, in high school.
Yeah, you always bring extra jerseys for that case. And I know Katie's back there spraying something on it. She'll get him taken care of really quick. Hopefully it gets back out before the buzzer sounds.
Yeah, it's unfortunate on there, and I understand it.
Yeah. They're waiting.
Well, that's the other question here. How long do you, here
he comes.
Yeah. And I'm glad for the young man.
I do too.
It's not. Well, again, I think the key here going forward, we're going to be down at least 5, maybe 6. Don't get in a real big hurry on offense. You got time, plenty of time yet.
Misses the second one.
It's a good shot.
Devin in there.
Right there is where we want it. Where we want it. Keep feeding it until they stop it.
Plugs down 3. Greenwood's going to be really patient here.
Yep.
Pressure without fouling.
They will be shooting 2 shots on the next Speedway foul. Greenwood has 1 more foul to give before the 2-shot bonus goes into effect.
Mosman drives, scores. Plugs having a hard time getting it back in there.
But you know what? They have to.
Turnover by Devin. Good
nice
pass.
That was a really good pass.
King misses.
Well, we need to get some board work down there.
Good putback. Greenwood up 7 now. Missed by Metallic.
This is like quicksand here.
Yes,
Shane.
it is.
You get to the point you know it's going to be free throws or layups.
Yeah.
Got about 1:10 to go. Plugs are down 7.
Greenwood's holding the ball.
Yeah, we're going to have to foul.
Yep. Cork's looking to good double there. Oh, good steal almost steal by the Plugs.
Yeah, we got a foul.
Yeah.
Down 7. You know, that's another thing too. There's an art to fouling in situations like this. And by that I mean, you know, when coaches are yelling foul, 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 go for the steal. I mean, foul hard, but go for the steal.
Yep.
You might get a steal without getting the foul called.
Yeah, I think.
I see so many players knowing when they have to foul, just to run up to the guy and just foul him intentionally. I mean, go for the steal. Give a hard foul, and who knows?
Sometimes you get a break there.
Yes.
Both free throws made. Plugs bring the ball up. Down 9 now. We're going to need a quick bucket.
Yeah. Well, now, yeah, we got 2 now. Get in there.
Cork for 3. Good shot by Cork.
All right. 33 seconds to go. Still plenty of time.
Yep. Good job by the Plugs there. Skip pass over the top. Knocks it down.
Here again, the next foul on the Spark Plugs, though, will be 2 shots. As I said earlier, Spark Plugs, 1 more game before Christmas, a week from tonight. We play Crawfordsville. It's a team we've added a couple years ago. If you're listening from Greenwood, December 19th, which I think is Tuesday, they go to Beech Grove, and they also on the 22nd, a week from tonight, play Jennings County. So they got a couple more games before the Christmas vacation, and they're off for several weeks. It used to be where Christmas vacation there was no games played, and several years ago Speedway and Ritter got together and moved that game to a vacation game, and I think it's a really good idea.
Is it still freshman JV?
I don't
varsity?
know.
It used to be a triple header.
Probably
when I was
is.
the freshman
Well, they
coach
call
for a
that.
long time. Always
Get a
enjoyed
rebound
that.
here.
King.
Very nice drawn-up play by Coach Whitty.
Yes.
Gonna need a shot, guys.
Alex fouled.
Coach Whitty's got his hands straight up in the air, meaning don't reach, don't slap.
Dalek makes the first one. Cuts it to 7. Misses the second. Cam Bennett with offensive rebound.
Puts
Puts it back in. Cuts it to 5. Foul.
All right. Not likely, but we both have seen many times when strange things happen.
Yeah.
8 seconds remaining. Greenwood ahead 56-51.
Bozeman misses it. Misses both of them.
Right there.
Misses. Oh.
And that's the final score from Pollard Gymnasium tonight. Greenwood coming from behind defeats Speedway 56-51. We will be back in just a little bit with the scores of the game, some post-game comments, and an interview with Coach Chuck Bennett. Welcome back one final time to Pollard Gymnasium tonight, where Greenwood has defeated Speedway 56-51. Coach, it was a game where kind of my worst fears is that we had them down early, we let them back in the game, and then the closer we got to the end, they could smell that first victory of the season, and they did a nice job of closing that game out. Probably a big turning point in the game. That's several, but one was when they went to that zone defense toward the end of the first half, and I'm not saying we never did figure it out, but boy, that shifted the whole momentum of the game today.
Yeah, I agree, Coach. I think them going zone, we were in a nice rhythm. Looked like we were scoring the ball. I even said I think offensively I thought we had more firepower than them. But credit to Coach Whitty and their kids. They played that extended 2-3, and they turned us over in the 2-3. I think that was kind of the shocking thing. Usually you think of zone and you think passive. Their kids did a really good job of being aggressive in it. Our kids, didn't shoot the ball well, struggled to get the ball in some spots. We haven't seen much zone, I don't think. I'm trying to think. We saw a little boxing one against North Ma, but mostly man against Monrovia, mostly man against Beech Grove. I know the Plugs will get better. They'll bounce back. And, I think the zone was probably, if you had to narrow it down to one thing, I think that was kind of the turning point. You're right.
Yeah, and that's what you do after a game like this. We got a week off now, and teams start to scout you. They know that Cam Reich is a good scorer, and he's going to see some things. And anybody that watched the game tonight knows that the zone was the thing that kind of changed the momentum of the game. So, you got a week. You're going to practice on it, and that's why you play all the regular season games, to see as many different things as you can. So hopefully if you get to March and you get into sectional play, you won't see anything that you haven't faced throughout the year.
Yeah, and Coach Bennett, Coach Murley, and those guys will get them ready to go. I still really like where we're headed. They're a fun group to watch. I've enjoyed watching them play a couple times. Looking forward to seeing them the rest of the season.
I would agree. We will be back in just a minute to talk to Coach Bennett. One last time, welcome back to Pollard Gymnasium, where tonight the Greenwood Woodmen defeat Speedway Spark Plugs by a score of 56-51. Sitting here with Coach Bennett after the game. Coach, I thought a big turning point in the game was with about 3 minutes to go in the first half. 31-18.
Four bad offensive possessions.
They went to a zone, and not only did we not score, we threw the ball away 2 or 3 times. And once you get a team that's really hungry for that first one, a solid team, get them back in the game. And I thought we led them back in the game and never really did do a lot to solve that. Well, we did a little bit better. But your thoughts about that and other things about the game, too?
Well, we talked about 4 bad offensive possessions right in a row. We had a questionable shot after one pass, and then a couple turnovers, and then we didn't transition defense very well, which hurt us. And unfortunately, that hurt us. But still, despite that, still had a 5-point lead. Came out the second half. We pretty much knew they were probably going to try that zone again. Wanted to get the ball into the high post. They started trapping the wings a little bit. We made a little adjustment. But, to be honest with you, we weren't as strong with the ball against that zone. Now, there were a few times maybe we got fouled or something, but we still got to be stronger. The times we did get it to high post, short corner, high post, we were able to attack it, score inside. And despite everything that happened, despite the technical foul, despite everything, it seemed like it was going against Dev Robinson, a couple, questionable, what I'd say, ticky-tack fouls that whatever. We're still a 2-point game, I think, with 3 minutes to go maybe. And then even at the end of the game, when Drew misses that shot, if he gets it, we got a timeout. We might get a steal, 3 points. Stranger things have happened. But, that one stretch there. But even I was pretty proud of my kids, though, the second half, because things were not going our way. But yet we continued to battle, continued to keep the game close. And then just a few possessions where we got to win a rebound, be a little bit stronger with the ball, and just go get it. So, overall, we're very disappointed we lost. Now, here's the thing we talked to the kids about: what's going to be our response? What's going to happen when Crawfordsville comes in here next week? What's going to happen tomorrow when we get up and we got to come in for Little League and practice, and then practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So, looking forward, I shouldn't say looking forward, but we'll see how our kids respond, and we'll all get to see that next Friday night. So, kind of the beauty of high school basketball. I wish we played tomorrow night, because then you could see truly how they respond. But, give us a chance to get back and see if we can correct some things. Was that the first time, I know you against North Montgomery faced some blocks and won. Was that the first extended time for a zone that you've faced this year? That aggressive, on top with, trapping our wings a little bit. And then to be honest with you, we did not do a whole lot of zone work. We knew they had zoned some out of bounds underneath. But all the teams I've seen them play, they played man the whole entire time. So, it worked for them. Obviously, when we're taking some bad shots or throwing the ball away, not looking. And we even talked about, attack the gaps in the zone to make the passes easier. And we just didn't do that. So, but again, Toby Cork at the end hits a 3 at the end of the game. We call a timeout. We get a foul right away. I think they missed the 2 free throws. And then Drew comes down. And, again, proud of the kids that were on the floor battling, because, a lot of times – we always say you don't wait for your time, you prepare for it, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know who you're going to finish the game with. So, but, that's the first time we faced the zone extensively.
And the reason I say that is because throughout the year of 22 games, what you hope happens is you hope you see every situation that you can possibly see, so that when you get into the sectional play, you don't see something for the first time.
Right.
And, you've got a player that averages a lot of points, and now, guys from other teams will see the fact that you struggle against the zone. So, and that's all the process of becoming a better team and getting better and progressing.
Well, and I think our kids are smart enough that we'll work on that, and they'll understand, the ball's got to go to the short corner, the ball's got to go to the high post. We got to dribble up and attack and just clean up a few little things. So, again, it sounds simple, and it is, but it's going to be a lot of work and practice too.
Sure.
So.
Well, you got also this week finals. Is that correct with the
finals
kids?
This week, yep. The kids will take finals. So, we'll go short and sweet with practice, try to get them out by 5:15. Our kids do a real good job, though, getting in there, and then they'll take final 2 on Tuesday. One on Tuesday afternoon, 3 on Wednesday and 2
on Thursday.
Yeah, it's
something like that.
Yeah, maybe it's 2 on Tuesday.
Hey, I should be embarrassed about asking you after a game like this to ask you what the final schedule was.
It's 2 on Tuesday, 3 on Wednesday, 2 on
That was my
Thursday.
fault. That was my
good.
fault.
It's all good.
So we'll end up next Friday night with the final game before. We had a nice crowd tonight. Hopefully we will next week as well. The girls will be home tomorrow against Southport.
Yep.
So once again, 56-51 in favor of the Greenwood Woodmen. Till next time, we thank Bill P., Brian Pierce, Henry Johnson for everything that they do.
Yes.
And we will see you tomorrow for the girls' game. Have a good evening.